What happened when you went to your appointment the other day, Molly?
As I was at my doctor's appointment, I got a text from my favorite local consignment shop, and it said 90% off today only,
Mm-hmm.
which immediately got my adrenaline going. Blood pressure had to be rechecked. Just kidding. It really did, but not for that reason. And then, as I thought, wait a minute, Nick gave me a package as I was leaving and said, can you drop it off the post office? And lo and behold, the post office is in the same plaza as the consignment shop. Hello. And then, so the universe lined it all up that I just so happened to be wearing my Consignment Chat's Sourcing Hair Don't Care shirt and had showered and run out the door late, and my hair was wet and up in a clip on top of my head. So I had Sourcing Hair Don't Care. I wore the shirt that day. And then these texts magically came in. So what
the universe was telling you to source.
Yes, the universe told me you must go source. However, the Samantha on my shoulder, I decided I would do this in a good way. And I texted Nick and gave him a little power. And I said, going to source at the 90% off one day only sale. What's my budget?
Okay, wait. You text Nick, who is an enabler. He acts tough, but he is not tough. You text Nick, not texting me. Now, I was unavailable for most of the weekend. However, I feel like you could have at least sent something and been like, well, I told Samantha that's off my conscience. Like, at least something. All right, so you thought Nick was a voice of reason.
I got Nick. He gave me a $75 limit because he didn't want me bringing bags full like I'm known to be doing. So he's like $75, right?
You can fill my car for $75. Are you kidding me? Okay.
20 minutes. I gave myself 20 minutes. I get there. I go to the post office, drop off the package, run down the sidewalk, look at my watch, hit my record, jump in there, go straight to the clearance. Oh, wait. And I also preset in my mind that I was not going to go through the clothing except plus size. Shoes, handbags, plus size clothing only. And underbelly. So I set these awesome parameters, right?
Okay. Parameters. I just want to reiterate that our parameters from our weekly mastermind meeting were that actually, let me pull them up so I can read them precisely as to what they say for you to follow, because we set goals. We set goals each week. And this was supposed
to be our own goals. Like, these weren't goals we set.
So
these are goals Molly set.
Molly's treasure hunt exception is literally what we call it. You can only bring home items that are worth $150 or more in resale value. That's it. One item must be worth at least $150 resale value. And next to that, in my spreadsheet, it says, so that I don't bring home smaller items. You set that goal. You said for us to keep you accountable. I left town for, what happens when I leave town this weekend? I'm going to go to Wisconsin for the weekend, and you're going to be like, I get to go thrifting again. What?
This is why you can never leave.
Do these items have $150 resale value per item?
Not a single one of them.
Do they have $150 resale item together?
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. So let me just tell you what I did. I stuck with my goals. Shoes only. Handbags were already gone. So I did shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did 3 plus size shirts. Okay, so as I'm in the long line to check out, what happens? I get a little text from Libby. What are you doing? I was like, oh my gosh, how does she know?
I just want to remind everybody watching, we all live in completely different states away from each other.
How did she know? She feels it. And I was like, I'll call you back in a few minutes.
Yeah, she's like, why? And I'm like, just come check on you.
So I put her a selfie with the rack of clothes and shoes behind me and went, and sent her the selfie. And she was like, this is what she said. How was your appointment? And I sent that. And she said, is this a crisis? And I said, call you soon. Solid plan. She says, should I call Samantha for an intervention?
Followed up with, don't tell Samantha. And then Libby is riddled with guilt for the entire weekend.
Yeah.
So I will have you know that I came home and those shoes are listed. They are up. They are done. They were listed. Boom.
Okay.
Before the weekend was over, they were actively up.
What about the 3 plus size items?
Those are hanging with other things to be steamed. We have not moved on to clothes yet. Clothes are this weekend.
Okay.
But if we did go to the storage unit, we did empty all and list all the other boxes and went to the storage unit and picked 4 more buckets, and 2 of the 4 are already listed.
Okay. I just also want to point out that it is now Wednesday right now that we are recording this. I hit record because there was a Molly confessional happening in our regular little Zoom chat we were doing. My internet went out for the tail end of Mastermind yesterday, so she got to confess to everybody while I wasn't there, and then waited another full 24 hours before.
And again, I just want to go with the fact that the stars were aligning for me yesterday, that your internet went out while I had to confess. It just, the universe is on my side.
Buying it. I was like, look, you set your goals. Like, this was your goal that you set. Do we need to change the goal?
Okay, but this is what really happened. I got in the car when I left and I called Libby and I'm like, okay, blah, 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 blah. And I was telling her all my story. And I said, and I did this and I set this goal for myself and I set this goal for myself. And I said, no more than $75, Nick said. And I only spent $30-something. I gave myself 20 minutes. I was out in 20. Like, I was so proud of myself. And Libby goes, well, did you go by your other goal you set with Samantha? And I went, what goal? And she goes, the $150. And I went,
so I totally forgot. What
totally forgot that goal.
Holy.
All right, so I just want to say I got a little backlash in Mastermind that I was being too harsh.
Yes, then they all came to my rescue.
Yes,
Diane and I get away with it.
Decimate it in Mastermind, and I was like, she's the one that set the goal. I set the goal,
right?
Everybody thought I was right to go to the 90% off sale, and I did good with my budget. It's already listed.
Did you tell them that consignment store has 70, 80, 90% off sales like every other week?
No, they don't. It's seasonal.
I feel like they do. You talk about it a lot. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Anyway, moral of the story is if you need to rationalize sourcing, definitely get in contact with Molly.
I'm your girl.
The other moral of the story is
Samantha can't miss Mastermind.
I can't miss Mastermind. My internet must be pristine every Tuesday. And if you need somebody to yell at you and keep you in line, it's not Libby, apparently. It's me.